Ooh, that's the $1 million question right now, I guess. Well, between Huey and Starlight, look, Huey feels terrible about lying to Annie for the entirety of season 1, and he has a lot to apologize for. But the two of them are in communication, albeit secretly, and they have to put a lot of their feelings aside, whether it be positive or negative, to accomplish this mission of taking down Vought. But as far as potential romantic future, the ball is very much in Starlight's court.
Yeah, I mean, look, I would say that Starlight does not start out the season with any intention of ever getting back together. And I think we've got to wait and see if Huey's able to regain her trust. But I will say that given their history and the extent of their bond, which Starlight at the beginning of season 2 is probably doubting, or I know she's doubting the solidity of that bond, but there was a real bond there and there is a real bond there. So I think that in any world where Starlight or Annie and Huey are working together and interacting, even if it's not explicit, there's romance. You can't just subtract their feelings like that. You can't turn them off for each other. So there will be romance no matter what. The question is, does it come to fruition?
Me personally, I think that it's just such a clever way to subvert the superhero genre. I mean, there are all these tropes that we know, and there have been some subversive superhero shows in the past, but I think we do it in a way that makes it very realistic to how superheroes would probably be if they really existed in our world. When I first read the pilot script, I didn't realize it was based off a comic book. I thought someone had just taken our world as it exists today and inserted superheroes into that. And I think that our show makes it feel very grounded, and it makes you believe that these are real people inhabiting this crazy world. So I think from that angle, I think that that's something people haven't necessarily seen before. And I don't know. I feel very lucky that our show has any following at all. And the fact that it took off the way it did is just, I feel so lucky and incredibly thankful to be part of this thing.
I'm often overwhelmed with the amount of content we have that comes out on television. So I feel like because this took such an unconventional route in terms of depicting the world of superheroes, that allowed it to kind of stand out, perhaps. And so I wasn't sure if the reasons why it stood out, which was its level of how topical it was, but also like how far it goes and how much it pushes the envelope, are the reasons why it's successful. And I just didn't know if that would be the case, if it would work for it or against it. But I think you need to really stand out now in a world where we're kind of oversaturated with not just superhero shows, but just shows in general. There's so much to watch,
There's a lot.